What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for the first predicted lineup of the brand new season. Pre-season awaits. Spurs have already been going on very grueling training out in South Korea with half the team collapsing.
But we're predicting who's still alive.
Exactly, basically who is still alive to play this game on Wednesday. Spurs face the K-League All-Stars, I believe it is, tomorrow at 12 o'clock kickoff. So obviously we'll be bringing you the watch along right here from in the studio. It's pretty much potluck in terms of who we're going to pick for this predicted lineup. Conte did say he's going to give each player 45 minutes.
At least 45 minutes.
At least 45 minutes. So that's over the two games in South Korea. So I believe this game and the one in Sevilla.
I guarantee you Son's getting more than 45 minutes.
Yeah, most probably. Yeah, so the game is Sevilla against Saturday to take into account as well. But we're gonna make a shot of it, and let's get into the team news first and foremost.
Yeah, we have the team news is that obviously Perisic and Kulusevski probably not going to be playing. We know Perisic definitely not going to be playing in this game. Kulusevski is a doubt, and unlikely to feature in the first game. Hopefully they'll both will play some part on Saturday, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously Reguilon, Lo Celso and Ndombele and Harry Winks have all been left at home, and Joe Rodon as well, but he's been left home supposedly through illness. The other four have just been left home to, quote, continue their pre-season at Hotspur Way. Read into that what you will. That's one way of putting it.
Continue their pre-season finding a new club, more like.
Basically, or just finding a new club, so they're not going to be involved, but everyone else is up for selection.
Yeah, and obviously Scarlett and Alfie Devine have been left.
Scarlett, Alfie Devine,
because of their exploits in the Under-19 Euro Championships. But let's get into the predicted lineup. We're going to go for a 3-4-3 formation as usual. In goal, we're actually going to go for Brandon Austin. My thinking behind this is that he did say, I'm guessing that all four keepers will get 45 minutes each. So we're going for Keeley and Austin to get 45 minutes each in this game, and then Lloris and Forster to get 45 minutes against Sevilla. Yeah.
Do you reckon Austin might stick around to be third choice this season, or do you reckon another loan deal on the cards for him?
I reckon he might stick around to be third choice. I can't, unless Keeley's going to be third.
Yeah, I'm
not sure how old he is.
19, isn't he?
But Brandon Austin is the kind of go-to at the moment, isn't he, for the third choice? So I don't imagine it to be anyone else.
Yep, there you go.
Right wing back, we're going to go with Matt Doherty. We've got Emerson Royale in the squad as well, who could play there, but we're going to stick with Doherty. I think Doherty as well, coming off a rehabilitation stage from his injury, so I think he'll start this one.
Yeah, and it'll be the first time he's played since his injury, which hopefully he will have fully recovered from, and hopefully he'll get back to his best and back to his sharpest. He's obviously had a great run of form before that injury, so a lot of keen eyes will be to see how he's doing post injury.
Yeah. Next on the centre-back roles, we're going to put Charlie Sayers on the right-hand side, which actually he's probably going to be on the left-hand side, to be honest, because he has played left-back as well, which I got mixed up with Harvey White. So Sayers is actually another one who can play left-back. We're going to put him in centre-back for argument's sake. He's a player that we got off Southend not long ago, 18 years old. He's got quite a big reputation about him in terms of youth football, so I would be excited to see how he gets on. Definitely.
Hopefully he makes an impact and maybe earn himself a loan move this summer, and with a view of having a big future at Tottenham. We'll be interested. I'll definitely have my eye on him, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he looks like a big, physical, strong unit, Charlie Sayers. So definitely excited to see him. Alongside him in the middle, we're going to go for the more experienced of Japhet Tanganga. It's been very rumoured that he could be leaving the club this summer, but he is on tour, so he will get minutes.
Definitely. He was talking to Ali Gold about hoping to get more rhythm in his play this season, and hopefully to get more minutes than he has the last couple of years, and where he sees his future in terms of his best position. And he says Conte thinks his best position is the right centre-back slot, which I think we can all agree on. So looking forward to seeing him back in action. Again, he's also had quite a bad injury. He's been out since when? January?
Tanganga, yeah.
So good to see him back as well.
Definitely. And then to make up that back three, we're going for Malachi, Fagan, Walcott. In this formation, I think it's going to be Walcott probably on the right and Sayers on the left. But yeah, Walcott, he's been around the Spurs academy for a while now. Went on loan to Dundee, has his injury problems as well. But again, another one who I'd like to see how he gets on. He is 20 years old now, so he is getting on a bit now.
Yeah, so now's time to show something, even if it is in pre-season. Hopefully, he has a good performance. I'm always excited when the young players come through and see how they get on, because I think you can, because they're always the ones in pre-season who are most desperate to impress. They give the energy, so hopefully he puts in a good display.
All right, and then the left back, we've left Sessegnon off the field for this one. He will get some minutes in this game, but we've gone for Harvey White. I know he's a natural centre mid, but he has played left back before. It's very likely that as well Charlie Sayers could maybe play there, and Davinson Sanchez will start at right centre back. But we've gone for Harvey White for argument's sake, and another one who I'd be very excited to see, but I'd probably be more excited to see him at centre midfield.
Yeah. He's been part of pre-season, I think, for a couple of years now, but never really gets a chance in the first team. I think it was
impressed though when we've seen him, hasn't he?
He's always been decent. Doesn't really play on the left, but he plays in the centre. He always seems calm and composed. It was interesting during training. Papa Mate Sarr and White seemed to be playing more out wide. I don't know whether that was just because we had so many centre mids and wasn't really 11 aside. They were just trying to cover some areas, but I thought that was quite interesting. So maybe we'll see White in that spot on Saturday. I don't know whether he's going to be a first team Tottenham player at this point, but hopefully again he has another chance to impress.
Yeah, let's hope so. So let's run through that back line with you one more time, guys. So it's Brandon Austin in goal, Doherty right back, White left back, Sayers, Tanganga and Walcott in the centre back positions. In the midfield, we're going to go for a return to Ollie Skip. Finally, Ollie Skip getting back on the team sheet, back on the pitch, and very excited to see him as well.
Yeah, and our new number 4 as well. So that, I think that definitely goes to show how highly we rate him, and giving him, I think he's had a number, lower number every time he's in the squad. He had 52, 29, now 4.
Yeah. So what's he going to be? 1 next year?
Yeah, exactly. No, but look, I can't wait to see him back in the team. I think he's got so many more levels to give. And I think he's going to be going to have a brilliant season. So I'm looking forward to Ollie Skip back in action.
Absolutely. And then alongside him in midfield, we're going to give a debut to Pape Matar Sarr. We saw in the training clips yesterday he was definitely one of the fittest of the team, that's for sure. The amount of laps he was doing off the pitch, it's good to see. It looked like him, Hill and Sanchez were really leading the way for that grueling exercise that they were doing. And I expect that he'll get a start in this game, and another one who I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Obviously, we signed him last season, and then he's gone on a year on loan. But we signed him for a year early for a reason, because we really believed in his quality. Now it's time for him to show it. And obviously, when you think about him, you probably think he's going to go on loan. That makes most logic. But you never know. We don't really know how good this guy could possibly be, because he has been playing for a very poor Met side. So maybe you put him around better players, maybe this guy will shine. So I'm going to be very interesting, because if he does absolutely kill it in these 2 games over pre-season, maybe there is a chance we'll see him in action in the first team, because maybe Conte will find a use for him, and we probably could do with another centre mid if need be.
Especially one that is as fit as him, that can run literally a bundle of energy, that can just literally buzzing like a bee non-stop. I think he'll be a big asset to the team. So we'll see how that one plans out. Again, looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. Let's move on to the forward line now. And on the right-hand side, we're going to go for Lucas Moura. You've seen the clips how he's been helping Richarlison integrate into the squad. There seems to be a great camaraderie going on on the training ground, the Spurs team, especially with those Brazilian boys. So yeah, Lucas back in the team tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of rumours about him leaving, but it looks as though he's going to be sticking around for another season at least. And I think maybe I think he started well under Conte, but things fell apart near the end when Kulusevski was getting the side. He lost confidence, but maybe now with Richarlison there, and maybe he can regain it. And because I think a confident Lucas is a dangerous player, so hopefully he can regain that. And he's usually very good in pre-season as well.
Yeah, he's going to take over Lamella as the pre-season king.
Exactly.
This is the first pre-season without Lamella, or last season did we not have him as well?
I don't believe we had him last season.
Yeah.
No.
Up front, we're going to go for Troy Parrott. Made a good name for himself last year out on loan at MK Dons, probably his most successful loan spell. Has come back as one of the fittest players as well, which is a massive plus for him. It's rumoured that he will be going back out on loan this summer, but it's a good opportunity for him to prove himself under Conte, in front of Conte's eyes tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a big summer for Troy Parrott, not only just to prove himself for Conte, but also to maybe get drum up some interest from Championship teams to get on loan. Obviously, there will be interest anyway, but depends what club. Maybe it depends what clubs are going to be interested. So, I think it's going to be a very big few weeks for Troy Parrott, and I'm really excited to see what he can do, because I think he's come off some really good form at MK Dons. He's finally it started to click with him, and there's always been a lot of hype and excitement, but whenever he's gotten his chance in the Tottenham shirt, hasn't really done that well, although he did do fairly well in pre-season a couple of years ago. But let's see if what he can do. Maybe it's an upgrade. Maybe, and look, if he's making contributions, who knows? Maybe he'll be back up to Harry Kane next season.
Could be. And then to finish off that starting 11, we're going for Brian Hill on the left-hand side. Obviously, Conte didn't think he was ready for English football and loaned him out last season. Now is an opportunity to prove to Conte that he is ready. He was one of the fittest players, like I said, in the regimes yesterday. So let's see what he can do. I think Hill's got immense quality. It's just about his physicality, and hopefully he can improve that.
Yeah, when it comes to Hill or Parrott, I do think there is another spot for an attacker there, because we do play with the three, so you ideally want a backup for each position. Right now we only have Lucas and Richarlison as backups, so I do believe if one of them can prove themselves, there is a possibility they could be part of the squad next season, but they have to show that when stepping in, that they're not just there to look good dribbling and stuff like that. They need to actually start making contributions. They need to start hurting the opposition defences, and I feel like too much Gil was looking good without doing anything, and now he's got to prove that he actually can be decisive in the final third. And maybe if he can, maybe he can prove Conte wrong.
Who do you think is more likely to be in that situation? If I was to ask you either Hill or Parrott, because you got Richarlison, right, who can play across the front three. He can play on the right, he can play in the centre, he can play on the left. So even if we were to keep one or Hill or Parrott, if Sonny or Kane were to come out of the team, I mean, you would say Richarlison would take either of those spots. So would it not limit their chances even further?
Yeah, it would. But what if we have two injuries? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden they can start getting game time. In the cups, I think definitely I could see if Kane comes out, I could see Richarlison and a Parrott both coming in. You know what I mean? Or a Gil or something like that, or Richarlison going up front. So look, I'm not going to say they're going to get tons and tons of game time, because with Richarlison covering two positions, that would limit them. But maybe they won't need that, and maybe if they can impress with the game time they get, they can help their development. It's possible.
All right, well, let's go through that team with you one more time. Like I said, this is complete guesswork, so we're probably going to get it completely wrong, but we'll see how we go. We're going for Brandon Austin in goal, Charlie Sayers, Japhet Tanganga and Malachi Walcott at the centre-back positions, Matt Doherty and Harvey White covering the wing-backs, Sarr and Skippy in the middle of the pitch, with Hill on the left, Lucas on the right and Parrott up top. And I'm going to ask you for a predicted scoreline.
4-2.
4-2
to Spurs, yeah.
4-2 to Spurs. I'm going to go for 5-1.
5-1.
5-1 to Spurs, and I'm going to go for Troy Parrott to get a couple goals, and I'm actually going to go for one of the defenders to get a goal, maybe from a corner, someone like...
Son's going to come on and score, that's a given.
Son will score, yeah, and Harry Kane will probably come on at some point as well. That's so I want to know your predicted lineups in the comment section below. I want to know your predicted score lines in the comment section below. Like I said before, we are back on the watch-alongs tomorrow, so come and tune in at around 11:45 for the 12 o'clock kickoff pre-match pump-up will start around 10:30, and then after the watch long, it is your chance to have your say on the post-match fan show. So looking forward to speaking to all of you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.